今天透过这个平台呢，我跟各位讲赚到了。我们7月份就是第5种人成功哲学。这位老师啊，他在我的人生当中影响了我非常的深远因为
So this mentor has impacted my life for the longest time. I don't know ever since when. I always have an expectation for success. Success, this word has a huge meaning to me. I always been thinking that in this world, I must do something. I cannot waste my life. So ever since I was born, I was grow up and I was in the entertainment field, and I have my own franchise. Everything that I did before, I was trying to pursue the success life. And back then I was thinking that success to me is that I need to have money, and then I will be able to go everywhere, and I need a big house and a big car, until I met my mentor. He actually opened my mind. He opened my mind that success is not just that. It's not limited. There's so many things that you can do to try to make money. But when we're all come to New Scheme, there's something that we want to pursue. It's to be Thai 5. There's something that more than just money. So a few years ago, I was able to attend one of his philosophy of success. And from his talk, he totally opened my mind so that I can see different things from different perspectives. And today we are so honored to have him to be here to share with us tonight. And let me tell you, do you know how old he is? You know my age, and then he's older than me, but then every time when I'm around with him, I feel so pressured because people cannot tell his age. And then he was saying that in this business, he actually worked super hard for 27 months. For the past 20 years, he was only working super hard for 27 months in this business. All the rest of the time, he was travel around the world and helping people. And this is the life that he wants, and this is the life he has. It's the Thai 5 life. So can you please type in where you're coming from, which country you are in right now? Can you please type in the chat room? And let's share your warmness from all different countries. So please type your country in the chat room. While we have someone from Japan today, it doesn't matter where you're from. Today, this class is gonna impact your life. It's gonna change the way you think for the definition of success. So today you just need to sit at home, and then you just need to click one button, and then you can turn on your AC, and then you can attend this class. Back then we have to go to different countries. We have to actually take flight to different countries, Canada, Hong Kong, or Mexico. We have to go different countries to be able to attend his talk. But today we are so honored to have him here with us today. And I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna let him to share his precious talk to us today. Please use a lot of flowers. Please use a lot hearts in the chat room. Let's welcome him. Good morning, everyone. We're so honored to have you today. We've been waiting for your talk for a long time. In Malaysia, this is the 500 days that we've been locked down in the home. And you are the mentor of Thai 5. You are the founder of Thai 5. So everything is about you today. So dear teacher, I want to let you know that we have so many people come from more than 20 plus countries today. So can you please say hi to everyone? So hello everyone, I'm in Vancouver today and it's 6 a.m. in Vancouver. I'm so happy to be here today. I'm gonna use the shortest time today to let you understand what's about Type 5. And then also I'm gonna help you to believe that you can be Type 5 as well.
绝对是不会的，好不好？我觉得你改写了我们很多人成功的定义，还有这一生。
I think that you change so many of us. You change our mind to the definition of how to what is success, and because of you, that you help so many of us to be in here and work super hard, and then to have our achievement today. So let's use a big round of applause and flowers to welcome our Philip today. So today I'm gonna have Ava to translate from to Mandarin, and then Sherry will be translate to English. So today is the entrepreneur opportunity of philosophy of success. And why I have this topic, because I want every one of you to be so excited. And I also see CK to organize this event, so that's why I create this topic, so that everybody can be excited and surprised. Maybe you heard about my philosophy of success. Maybe you heard about my business opportunity talk. But I doubt that you ever listened to a business opportunity talk of philosophy of success. So what's the difference? Philosophy of success is to help you to believe you can be successful. Not just in New Skin. You can use it anywhere. But if you are the best driver, and at the same time, if you can have the fastest car, don't you think you can be reach to success even faster? So that's why this business opportunity talk of philosophy success today is to help you to see why New Skin is one of the fastest car in the world. But there's many times that when you heard of a business opportunity talk, you know that New Skin is the one of the fastest cars, but then you are not the best driver, then what should we do? So now I'm gonna help you to understand. So now you will understand why not everyone will be successful in New Skin. Because you forgot about the best driver I was talking about. Because if you born are a best driver, then I will congratulate you. But if you are not born with it, I will still congratulate you, because now you're here with us. Because if you are a best driver, even though you don't have a license, you can still be the best driver. So the philosophy of success is not just to talk to you. The whole course is an empowerment for you to believe yourself. If I just talk to you, it doesn't matter if you're a good driver, the best driver, or not the best driver.
如果要讲最好的车手的话，是要来这边。
講俾好嘅車手都好嘅車手啦，使乜講啫？
Because there are so many people, there are best drivers. I don't need to talk about it. I want to help those people that they don't have license, but then at the same time, they want to be the best driver through this philosophy of success. That's why I'm here.
跟他们講。
咁但係咧就以往咧，因為好多我哋個夥伴咧，對於創業説明咧，都創業商機咧都講得好。
And back then, there are so many other business partners. When they talk about business opportunity talk, they have a great sharing about it. So that's why most of the time I just focus on philosophy of success. And that's why you probably think that I always talk about philosophy of success, and that is why.
但係今日我見到咁大家咁認真聲聽第五堂啦，所以咧我就覺得同
But today I see so many of you, you're here and then you want to learn something. That's why I want to. That's why I talked to CK and then I told him that I'm gonna talk both today. So please do wait for me. Okay, let's continue. So now you know why you're here to listen to me today, because you have to know why you're here. I want to let you know that I've been in New Skin for 29 years. If I still have to work super hard in New Skin today, and if I were you, then I will not do New Skin anymore. You think about it, am I right? If I worked super hard 29 years ago, and then until today, I still have to work super hard, then I'm not gonna do it. But if you know my situation, 29 years ago, I worked super hard for 27 months. And after that, I make money while I sleep until today. Then why I have to wake up so early today? So after you finish listening my talk today, then you will know why. If I just talk to you 2 to 3 sentences, I don't think you will really understand. But if I simplify it, I will say I'm doing the things that I love. There's many things that I love, I want to do in my life, and this is one of them. And then the most important thing is that if I don't want to do it, I don't need to do it. Can you tell the difference? I can keep doing it, or I can just don't do it. I love to do it. There's many people, they love to work. They love their professions. That's a good thing. But let me ask you, do you have a choice if you don't want to do it? So you will understand what I'm trying to say. There is something about philosophy of success in there. So today I'm going to share some PowerPoint with you.
清楚。
Is this picture clear?
我29年前咧就翻
So 29 years ago, I went back to Hong Kong to start my new skin business.
係當時我翻香港嘅開始嘅時候影呢一幅相啦。
And this picture was taken around that time.
咁我咧係做時裝生意嘅，我係做時裝零售同埋批發嘅喺加拿大。
So I was doing a fashion boutique industry in Canada before. And my older brother, he was an architect, and he sponsored he shared with me about this business. And after he shared with me, and then I decided to do this business with him. In the end, we do it together. Now we're partners. We quit everything in Vancouver, in Canada, and then we went back together to Hong Kong to do this business. But why we are willing to give up our career, and then we went back to Hong Kong to do this business? After today, you will understand. One of the things that there's so many good things about doing Nu Skin. But one of the things that I love the most is Nu Skin can allow me to work in a shortest time to create a residual passive income. I think many of you heard about residual passive income, but not many of you understand fully about the power of residual passive income. There's two different kinds of income. One is active income, one is the passive income. And most of the people, they understanding so well about active income. But most of the people, they don't fully understand what is really passive income means. But there is a huge difference between the passive income and active income. And today, I'm going to spend a little bit more time about passive income. So how can I make you understand what is passive income? If I simplify it, that means when you sleep, you still have money. Then you need to think about it. What happens if you can make money while you sleep? Many of you never think about it. Most of the people, they're thinking they have to work really hard, they have to study really hard so that they can get a raise. And then they probably think that how can they do 100% effort so that they can have the most benefits. So when you keep circling in this area, then it's very hard for you to think about what is passive income. So when you're used to it, to the active income, then you are walking far away about passive income. Because you're so used to it that you have to work really hard so that you can get paid. So it's totally opposite than if you sleep and then you still get income. So let's think about it. So the Warren Buffett, he's one of the richest guy in the world. He's an investor. He has a quote. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. This Warren Buffett mentioned about passive income. He said it. So why when we talk about when we try to communicate with other people, they have no action or they have no reaction about passive income. And that's why we have to give them so many examples. Environment is very important. Let's talk about the environment first, and after we'll talk about new skin. Think about it. If you can have income while you sleep, then what will you do when you're awake? Will you go work when you awake? If when you wake up you go work, and then when you sleep you still have money, doesn't that mean you're working 24 hours? If you tell me that you sleep, you have money, but then when you wake up, you still go work, then I will consider you a very hardworking person, right? What do you think you will be? So if you can make money while you sleep, then I think when you wake up, you will go spend money. Isn't that right? When we talk about, you probably think it's funny. You probably think that it's a dream. It's not reality. Of course, not many people, they probably never experienced this, because this totally changed your habit and your lifestyle. But people will be influenced by the environment. You might change to another person because of the environment. So when you wake up, you spend money, and after you spend all of the money, what will happen? Then you will try to make more money. So how do you make your money? You sleep, because you can make money while you sleep. So when you sleep, you make money. When you wake up, you spend money. So I know I'm giving you an extreme example. We don't want to be have a life has no value, but you already know how much you're worth. I hope I can give you a simple story so that you understand this whole thing. So I think for most of the men, when they achieve their business or achieve their goals, they love supercars. Most of the guys, they like supercars. So I want to ask you, how come there's so many successful businessmen? They probably have more than $1 million in their account. How come they still didn't buy supercar? If you think about it, they can afford the supercars. They can afford it, but they will not do it this way. Why? Because when he actually purchased the car, he probably need a long time to work super hard so that they can make the money back. They need to work a long time. If they do that, maybe in the beginning they want to retire early, then now they probably cannot. So if they don't use the money to buy the car, maybe they can retire early, but now because they purchased the car, so they cannot retire early anymore. Don't you think so many people they want to retire early? So you have to understand how come maybe for some people they can afford to buy supercars, but they didn't do it.
很多人他们付得起，但是他们不去做呢，因为他们有很长的时间要来把这笔钱赚回来。
你呢？
你呢？
How about you? You're different.
你用完之後，你只要繼續瞓覺就得。
After you spend the money, you can just keep sleeping and you can still make money. Don't you think this is a very important factor? Of course, your passive income has to be enough to pay the thing that you love. It doesn't matter what you want to spend. As long as you go sleep and then this money will come back. I want to give you a new version.
一般人揾開1萬蚊美金一個月咧，就希望下個月希望咧盡快又揾12000蚊美金。
I want to give you a new vision. I know that so many people they want to make 10,000 US dollars this month and then 15,000 US next month. It doesn't matter which job they're doing it, but that they want to make that kind of income because they think as long as they have those income, it can increase their life quality. Have you paid attention that most of the people, they have this kind of thinking? Otherwise, why people keep want to make more money? Because they want to increase their life quality. So I just gave you an example earlier. What do you think about it? I'm not saying that you can increase your life quality. You still do.
係一個被動收入。
So this picture I show you, it's a residual income and also your asset. On the left side, it's talking about your monthly residual income. It's all in US dollars. And the right side is the asset value behind this residual income. For example, if you put money in the bank, when you sleep, you still have money. For example, if you have a rental property, so you collect rent every month, then you have income while you sleep. These two scenario, you don't need to go work for the money. It's you sleep, you can still have money. So this is the passive residual income I was talking about. So behind this residual income, there is an asset value. So let's talk about if we use a rental property, and then if you can rent out your rental property, you probably have 3 to 4% interest back every year. But if you put your money in the bank, you might not have 3 to 4% interest. So in this picture I show you is if you have 100 US dollars in the account, residual income, then behind this $100, your asset value is actually $40,000. And if you have 3,000 residual income every month, and behind this 3,000, it's 1.2 million asset value. So what I want to tell you about, it's Nu Skin can allow you to have this residual income. At the same time, it can help you to build your asset value.
那对我来说，你每个加盟店
And to me, every single franchise or every single brand representative, it will be equal this dollar value. Let me give you an example. For example, after you work 6 months and then you make $100 per month.
做生意啦嚇，做生意佢唔係一做就即刻有收入噶嘛。
You know, when you have your own business, you don't make the money right away. So you have to accumulate your income.
那你觉得如果你因为做生意，他们是不是立刻有看到回报的，是需要一段時間的？那你做6個月，你只有賺100塊的被動式收入，你覺得你的決定會是怎麼樣呢？
夠你搭公車啦，
都不夠你搭。
This $100 probably not enough for you to take a bus. Maybe if you use the same time, if you spend the same time in your own business, maybe you can make $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 every month.
如果你明白到點解有人會唔堅持落去，或者甚至放棄啦，就係話點解我做咗幾個月都係得100蚊。
So this probably can make you understand how come many people in this business, they cannot stay. Because after 6 months they've been in the business, they only make $100. To be honest, $100 it's very little. And that's why they gave up. So that's why there are some people, they just gave up. But then they didn't realize that behind this $100, it actually has $40,000 in asset value. This probably equal if you have a property in a countryside and then you rent it out and every month you make $100 rental income. So let me ask you, will you give up that rental income? I know you won't. Because this asset value is actually a place. But in Nu Skin, this still equals to like a property that you have. So in Nu Skin, if you give up this $100, doesn't that mean you're giving up this $40,000?
成功哲學啊！
那我都明白6個月賺100塊。
So I totally understand after you work 6 months and then you only make $100 is too little. But can you foresee that actually behind this $100, you actually have asset value of $40,000? And this is the vision that I was talking about. Vision can make you be persistent. Don't you think? Many people ask me, what do you mean by success? And I tell them, don't think, just be persistent even when you're in failure. So how do we actually be persistent? Vision can make you persistent. So if you're really doing Nu Skin for 6 months and then you only make $100, I hope after my talk today, you can think about it. This means that you gave up the $40,000. This means that you put $40,000 either in the bank or on a property so that you can have this $100 income every month. So let's say if you have a residual Nu Skin income $3,000, you probably need 15 to 20 franchise fees under your organization. Of course, you will be one of them. And in that situation, you probably will have $3,000 residual income every month in Nu Skin. Many people in New Skin, they can have this income in 6 months. But for some people, they probably think that 3,000 is still not enough. Especially maybe for some people, they're professionals or they're business owners, they don't think 3,000 is a lot. Why I do this? I can make a lot more in other places. If I buy stocks, I can make more than 3,000 too. I can probably make 10 times more. I think probably many people are thinking that way. But let me tell you, if you give up New Skin, do you know how much value you gave up? I will say around 1.2 million. What does that mean? So how much money you actually make in this 6 months? $18,000? Let's assume maybe you make $3,000 in the first month. And people ask you how much you're making. $18,000? No. You are making $1.2 million in 6 months. So for those people who left New Skin already, maybe they haven't heard about my philosophy of success. So if I want to be more strict, I will say that your own store, it's not part of the residual income I was talking about. But if when you sponsor other people to be franchisee, then this is the residual income I was talking about. So why I spend so much time about this part? It's because I hope I can make you understand how important is the residual income. Have you guys heard about in New Skin there is people, there are blue diamonds. Have you heard about that? So the average income of a blue diamond, do you know how much it is? The average income for a blue diamond in New Skin will be around $30,000 per month. Let me ask you now, what's the asset value behind it? 1.2 billion. That means if you have a property, this property worth 120,000 millions, and then this will give you 30,000 US dollars per month. So what do you think? So you should understand we're not just calculating our monthly residual income. That's not how you should ask how much you make every month. This is my vision. When you have this vision, you can create this new market because this is a fact. For those people, they don't have vision. Because of you, now they have vision. So doesn't that mean you are creating a new market? So the most important thing is that you have to understand this thing, this market first. This is a fact. So when you're making $3,000 every month, you probably can make this income in a lot of other jobs too. So if you can make $40,000 per month, I think it's better than 3,000. So for people that love to make money, is it like that? $5,000 is better than $4,000. Don't you agree? $6,000 is better than $5,000. So for people that make $5,000, they want to make $6,000 as soon as they can. Let me ask you, is it most of the people in this world, they all have the same thinking? But I don't think this way, because I think $3,000 is actually more than $4,000. Is that possible? How come $3,000 is more than $4,000? Because the $3,000 I was talking about, it's residual income. The $4,000 that I was talking about, it's active income. So do you think $3,000 is better or $4,000 better? So how much better is the $3,000 residual income better than the $4,000 active income? To me, I think it's the $1.2 million behind it. Do you understand? I try to give you a scenario and a story so that you can understand. Because if I just tell you in theory, you probably don't understand. But if I can tell you in story, then you'll be surprised. So you guys probably heard about blue diamond in New Skin. In this whole world, there's more than thousands blue diamonds. So now there's two people, they're around 30 plus years old. They all want to retire in 5 years. That means when they're 35 years old, they want to be retired. So how can they do that? Basically, on the average life standard right now, if you have a family of 3 people, and if you want to retire at 35 years old, then I think you probably need $5 to $6 million in order to maintain your life quality. And then you know that some people, they live longer too. They live more than 100 years old too. So think about these 2 people, they all set their goals. One person, they want to make $5 to $6 million in 5 years. I'm not going to say it's not possible, but I will say the chances are very slim. If they only making $10,000 per month right now, and then you tell them that you have to make $5 to $6 million in 5 years, isn't it really hard for them? How about the other person? The other person choose to be blue diamond in 3 to 5 years to create this passive income. Which person do you think they will achieve their goal more easily? Which person do you think they are more efficient? Your thinking will determine your action. Your thinking determines your behavior. Your behavior determines your action. The action determines your results. If you want to change the result today, you have to change your thinking. If you don't change your thinking, your result will not change. So for my theory earlier, I just want to share with you about my vision, the power of residual income.
Very good. 估計你都會明㗎啦。
非常好，
Very good. I believe you already understand. I try to use different story. It's because I want you to fully understand.
有人说，大家说我听过嘛 ，PASSIVE， 你不要说听过，你只是会把它
Some people say that, oh, I understand. I heard about it. Don't tell me that you just heard about it. You actually just spelled it. Of course, if you can have a property that's worth $5 to $6 million, then of course you can have this income. I always say that all the mothers, they're women too. For a person who has to work for other people,
是不是很多人去帮人打工是赚钱的人都有500-600万去买一个物业呢？
for a person who have to work for other people, do you think they have $5 and $6 million by just working for other people? But in New Scheme, you just use zero investment, and then you use 3 to 5 years, you will have a chance to be Type 5. And what I want to say is to create a passive residual income. So that's what I do, that I've been traveling around to share about the philosophy of success. And my philosophy of success is to teach people how to create a passive residual income in 3 to 5 years so that you can make income while you sleep. So for every single of us, when we're born, we already carry a liability. So that's why most of the people, they have to work until 65 years old. Life is like that. What is New Scheme? New Scheme can help you to get rid of the liability fast so that you can have the freedom. Don't ask me how much money you can make here. If you just want to talk about money, you can go other places. There's so many other places can make money. But the best part about New Scheme is the New Scheme can help us to get rid of the liability fast, and then so that we can have the freedom. So what's the redemption that we need to pay? Is the passive residual income. I don't know if you can see what I can see. If you didn't pay off the liability, then you have to always work your life. So if you have a very high income right now, every month, you are making money. But you still have liabilities. So don't you think that you actually lose the meaning of life? Even though you have money, but you don't have freedom, don't you think you're losing the meaning of the life? Don't you think that to have freedom, it's very important? That's why I always tell people that you have to have your freedom. When I'm not talking about to buy an airplane. If you actually purchase an airplane, you might not be able to have your freedom anymore. You have to have freedom first, so that and then you can go purchase an airplane after. What's the difference? I don't have much time today, but this is so important. So now I want to talk about, because you have the residual passive income, that's why you can be type 5. But one of the things that you must have to be a type 5 is to have a residual passive income. In this world, not many people know about type 5, but they know type 5, type 1 to type 4. So in school, education, in family, they all talk about type 1 to type 4 people. Type 1 people is the people that they're professionals. They are business owners. But those business owners, they probably don't have an assistant. They are type 1. They have lots of money, but they have no time. There's no right or wrong. It's just a choice. Life is a choice. Let me tell you that you have money, but you don't have time because you use your time to make money. There's nothing wrong. You just don't have time. How important is time? Everybody have different vision about it. So I'm not going to answer this question. You can answer yourself. So you decide your own life. But most of the people, if they're type 1, they're already very happy. Because in university, they teach us how to be type 1. We study so hard because we want to be type 1 too. Everybody congratulate you because you graduate from university. So we have to give a round of applause for people who graduate. So that's type 1. So type 2, what is type 2? Type 2 is people who has lots of time, but they don't have money. For people, they are unemployed. In Canada, we have lots of them. I asked them, do you want to be type 5? Do you know what's the answer they have? I don't want to. If you don't believe, you can go ask them yourself. I have a way that I can have money and I can have time too. So leave me alone. Let me ask you why. Let me tell you. When people, they're used to something, then nothing is weird. Many people ask me, how come not everyone has money? Why? Because they're so used to be poor. When they are used to be poor, they don't need to have money. Is that because they don't have business opportunity? Of course not. Every day there's so many opportunities that pass by you. Every day there's so many opportunities. But they close their eyes and then they close their ears so they cannot see the opportunities. So the biggest problem is that it's not that they don't care about their poor, it's they like it. But they're not wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's their choice. So type 3 people is the people that they work for other people. They work really, really hard and then they work many jobs. But every month it doesn't matter how much they make their income, they have to pay their mortgage and everything. And type 4, and then in this world, the most people is type 3. And then when I ask them, I tell them that there is an opportunity can help you. because they work really hard and then they don't have money, but they still don't have time. So now I tell them that there is an opportunity that you don't have to, it's a zero investment. As long as you have a cell phone, you can do this business. And the most important part is that we have a platform. And then we have a way of how to do it. You don't even need to think. The most important part is that we have a support. And what's their reaction? Out of 100 people, there are 99 people, they say, I don't want to be type 5.
这个心态就很特别哈。
I actually think that those thinking are pretty unique too. This is just different people. I cannot force anybody, and I will not force anybody. And type 4, they have time, they have money, and most of them are retired from the type 1 people. And after they retire, most of the time that maybe they're not healthy and then they're old. So try to think about it. Maybe you have more than million or billion dollars, but then you have to stay in the hospital all the time. Doesn't that mean all the rest is nothing? It's actually really good because you have lots of money now, but then you're in the hospital now. Steve Jobs, the founder of Facebook, he has power, he has money, but then now he has cancer. If he can start over again, actually the founder of Apple, if he can start all over again, he said he wants to have health, he wants to have love, he wants to have his family. So if we talk about to have a lot of money, I don't think you can make as much as Steve Jobs. So I think he belonged to type 1 people. Because if you want to have health, you need time. If you want to have love, you need to have time. If you want to have family, you need to have time. When you don't have time, you don't have all of those. So that's my definition of be success. Of course, we need to make money, but there's much more about it. So this is why I teach people how to be type 5. So what are those 5 factors about type 5? So freedom of finance, freedom of time, freedom of health, freedom of youth, and freedom of happiness. When you have all those 5 factors happen at the same time, then I will call you aliens. Of course, because you don't see many of those outside, but you can see many of those people in Nu Skin. Because in Nu Skin, you cannot tell their actual age. Because many people, they're young, they're beautiful, but they're actually old. They're actually pretty old already. We have one of the best example, that's Ava. So this society keep teaching us this pattern. After you graduate from university, if you cannot find a job, then you belong to type 2 people. Many people, they cannot find a job. After you find a job, then you became type 3 people. Type 3 people, it's actually not better than type 2. if you look at the picture, because when you're type 5, you actually don't have time, don't have money. But then when you're type 2, even though you don't have money, at least you have time. Do you think I'm joking? Many type 2 people, they're all like very white, and then they're very happy. They're very happy, and then they chat from day to night. But type 3 people, if they want to do that in the company, their boss probably will be mad at them. And type 1 people, after they retire, they become type 4 people. So that's why in this society, it's type 2 people, type 3 people, type 3 people to type 1 people, and then type 1 people to type 4. So what are we all doing here right now? We want to teach people how to be type 5 after you graduate. And if you're not graduate from university, you can still be type 5 if you want to. And if you are actually graduate from university today, and then you are here, and I consider you're very lucky, because you don't need to use 40 years to understand this type 5 people. And you might have a chance to become type 5 people in 1 to 3 years. I can do it. I don't believe how come you cannot do it. So how can you have a passive residual income? If you go work for other people, you don't have a residual income. You only have active income. Because when you go work, if you don't work, you don't have income. So this is this person, he's one of the richest guy. It's Jean-Paul Getty. What his quote about life? He said, I would rather receive 1% of the income of 100 men than 100% of the income of 1 man.
自己付出100%去揾錢。
他宁愿呢？他说他宁愿找100个
So
人来。
he said he rather receive 1% of the income of 100 men than 100% of the income of 1 man.
簡單嚟講，譬如用簡單啦，譬如佢揾開100蚊美金一個月。
So if I simplify it, let's say if you're making $100 US dollars, active income. And then he say, I don't want to be like that. I want to find 100 people and everybody give me $1. And then when you add them together, it's $100 too. What's the difference about it? The difference is that he doesn't have to do everything himself. And this is the leverage. That you can have a power by using leverage. But why people will let you leverage them? How come those people are willing to give you $1? Have you support them with a platform? Have you support them with the success way? Have you support them with the source? How about assistant? Have you helped them to believe that they can be successful before they succeed? Yes. Then I think you're worth that $1. Then I think you're totally worth it of that $1. In this world, we always try to benefit both ways. Have you ever think about that? So if there's 1,000 people and everybody give $1 to him, what will happen? So Jean-Paul Getty's income will be 10 times more than before. 1,000 US dollars. If every single person decide to give Champogetti $10, and there are 1,000 people, so that he will be making 10,000 US dollars. So how much more than before? 100 times more. In New Skin, you have the right to sponsor 1,000 franchisees. You have the right, and then you can. And then you don't need to ask me how much money you can make, because this is a passive residual income. How long do you need? For some people, they need 3 years. For some people, they need 5 years. For some people, they need 10 years. For some people, they only need 1 year. I don't know how much time you're gonna use. But I've been helping people how to have 100 franchisees in 1 to 3 years. And then the passive income, the most important thing that I teach them is how to make money while they sleep. You have to understand. So what do we do in New Skin? If you ask me, what do I do in New Skin? I sponsor people to open franchise so that you can understand. How can we be type 5? How do we be type 5? So we sponsor other people to be franchisee. We don't have an actual store. We sponsor people to have their own franchisee. So the first thing is that, are you open-minded about it? If you sponsor your friend to open a McDonald's, are you okay with it? Do you think it's a good thing? Are you okay with sponsor people to open a 7-Eleven? Are you okay with sponsor a person to open Burger King? I think most of you have no problem with it. How do you see about franchise? Franchise system has been proven it's working.
So
how come the franchisee can make money? Because they leverage on their franchise system. So what does the franchise support their franchisees? So franchise will be responsible of the research and invention and product and management and mint and shipping and funding. All those things, the franchisees doesn't have to worry about it. And the reputation. So that's why you have to pay a lot of money when you actually owns a franchisee. In New Skin, what's the difference? In New Skin, there's no franchise fee, there's no setup fee, and no startup fee. What does that mean? Everyone knows that if you can be part of the franchisee chain, then you can make lots of money. Many people, they want to do the traditional franchisee because that's a way of making money. But how come they don't do it? Because they don't have those few $1 million for the startup fee, for the franchise fee. And that's the reason. So that means the franchise system is working. And if there is a franchise chain that you don't need to invest, you don't have to start up fee, then can you see the value of it? And because of the time, I just want to share with you the point for tonight. I used to do my traditional business many years ago. I was owning the fashion boutique. If I want to make money, I can go to my store and then sell the clothes. Of course, I can sell a lot because I'm the boss. Because I have the passion and I know all about my products. But I choose my second option. I hire a group of people and I train them. So even for this situation, these two bosses have two different thinking. But for me, I will choose the third option. I will, if it's me, I will go dinner with my client every night and ask them if they want to own their own franchisee. So your thinking will determine your action. Your action will determine your results. You are one of the franchise in New Skin. So that means in your franchise, you probably have 10 to 20 customers. This is how I see it when you have your own franchisee. I will say average, you probably have 20 customers. If you have your own franchisee, so 20 customers, it's not a lot. How about when you have 100 stores under you, 100 franchisee, then you have 2,000 customers. When you have 1,000 franchisees, then you have 20,000 customers. So now you know where are those customers coming from. So I will say average each store should have 20 customers because you need to put effort in around this area to build your customers. So what does New Skin Company give you? The highest commission they can give you is 40%. Do you understand what does that mean? Because I used to own my traditional business. So back then, when I have my store, if every year I can have 10% profit margin, I already think this is pretty good. So if I can 10% of profit margin out, of the total sales, and then I actually put it into my pocket, I actually really happy. If I can have 15%, and I already clap already, I'm very happy. If I can have 20% in 1 year, I cannot go to sleep for the whole month. And then remind you, I have to invest a lot of money so that I can have each store. But now we have zero investment and our profit margin can go up to 40%. You don't need to stock. You don't need to have your own admin or office. All you need is a smartphone. It doesn't matter which country you are. You can even do it in your washroom, even if you don't want to go coffee shop. Can you see the business opportunity? We have the platform, the best, not just by mouth. We don't just say it by mouth. As long as you have patience, we can show it to you. We can prove to you. Do you know what's the proof? What's science? Science needs to be proof, needs data support. Our platform has proof. And we also have a way of how to do it, a success formula. You don't even need to think about it. You just need to follow. And the most important thing is that we have a support. We have a support system. Just look at today, we have CKSRMC. Where can you find this kind of business opportunity? In the whole world, there are 3 companies that can generate $1 million people, like workers. They can. Google is the first one. They are the company that can generate the most $1 million people from their company. And Microsoft the second, and New Skin is the third. But you have to understand, our total our sales, it's not even 1/10 of Google or Microsoft. But we can generate the same amount of $1 million people in our company. What's your vision? Which company you want to partner with? This is the vision. Think about if New Skin have the same sales as Google or Microsoft, then think about how many more $1 million people we can generate. Now we already have 1,750 people that's already generate $1 million. New Skin company, actually, it's a very generous company, because every $100 that they make, they will give their partner $40. When I used to own my business, you know how much I will give to my co-work, how much I will give my workers. I only give them 10%. So this is a credit bureau company that they will give the rating about all the different companies. This company, it's called Dun & Bradstreet. It's a very powerful and famous company. And then the highest rating is 5A1. And as you can see on the PowerPoint, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, and Walmart are all of it. And New Skin is there too. So now you know which company you're partner with. Let me talk about what is 5A1. What is 5A1 means? Your company, the chances for your company to go bankrupt in 150 years will be less than 0.1%.
Oh, 1/1000.
The chance for you to go bankrupt in the 150 years will be less than 1,000%. So in 150 years, so I was talking about the passive residual income. You don't want the company you are partner with will go bankrupt next year. So how good is this company? So this is our company funded. So this represents if you can accumulate your income from day 0 until today, and then if you have more than 1 million, then we call you COE1, and then there's 1 million, there's 5 million, 10 million, and 20 million. And now there are more than 1,500 people, they generate more than $1 million in this world. And every 4 days, we create one person who make more than $1 million. So let me ask you, if tomorrow when you go back to work and then you talk to your boss, and your boss asks you, what's your dream? And you'd answer, my goal is very big. I want to be the same position as you. What do you think your boss's reaction will be? Do you think he will be very happy? But if today, after you listen to me and then you tell me that you want to be $20 million circle, what do you think it will happen? We will all applaud for you. Because in our system, we want both wins. So we want the people to, it's both benefits. So we always want you to be successful. What's our company? Our company, it's not just a company to make beauty products or make cosmetic products. Our company, it's an anti-aging company. What our company do is we want to slow down our aging process. So most the people, they start aging from 40 years old. But our company, we want to use the science to slow down this process. We want to slow down this aging process to until 50, 60 years or 70 years old. Our company, our focus on this area. So if I simplify it, it's to extend your youth span. Let's say if the best time is from 20 years old to 40 years old. That's your youth time. What do I mean by that? That means even if you don't go home, sleep for 3 days, you're still very energized. You can ask Ava. Ava has the experience. That's why people say younger people, it's very powerful. Why we need to do anti-aging? Why we want to extend our youth span? Because when we're aging, when people aging, you tend to have chronic disease. This is a very important topic. And then this is a huge problem. Our company is not giving you a medicine. That's the pharmaceutical company do. What are we? We are the medicine. We hope we can be like that. We are the best. We want to be younger. If you get a cut on your skin and tomorrow your skin will be recovered. If now you are 50 or 60 years old already, you can try to cut your skin and then wait until it recovers. Probably you have to wait for 1 month. You know what our company do? So in New Skin, we have 34 years. We have 3 steps. First is the science. In the very beginning, we use essential nutrients. Our first step is to use the new essential nutrients. We use different kinds of vitamins.
所以这样，所以就是用维他命 A、B、C、D， 或是
We
用
use different kind of vitamins.
化学，
跟住之後去到抗氧化 antioxidant，
然後之後到 it's
And
到
then it's anti-aging.
去到10年前，我哋進入呢個基因嘅層次，叫 genetic expression 基因。
And then until 10 years ago, we step into the gene expression time.
除咗科技嘅進步、科技嘅發現，所以我哋去到最近期嘅基因。
So based on our science, we step into the based on our advanced science, now we're into the genetic
大
technology.
家都认为基因是控制我们的生命，
Everyone think that the gene can control our life. Actually, this thing has been approved.
仲有待好多嘅發掘。
这个基因应该还有很多是很
But the gene expression are still many things that need to be discovered.
營養素能夠
But right now, our company is trying to use the natural ingredients
係令到
and
青少年
to
佢運用
see
嘅營養素
if we can match.
返喺年青時候嘅狀態。
那我们是用
So right now, our company is trying to use the natural ingredients to influence our gene expression so that our genes can achieve
咁即係我哋
in the younger time.
係同我哋嘅青春係有關係。
那就表示說我們身體有一組基因，
That means there are group of genes in our body. It's related to the youth.
但佢哋嘅表現咧，喺年青時候同埋年老嘅時候係唔同嘅。
但他們的表
But the
現呢
expression are expressed differently when we're younger and when we're older.
表現咧嗰個表現咧係控制一個生理嘅功能。
And then each gene actually control one of the function in our body.
所以年輕的時候，
And when we're younger, the expression time map are
看
different.
到的是什麼呢？
科學家諗啦，
So what do
有
you
咩
see?
辦法可以將一啲基因連
And then the
結
scientists are
已經
trying,
係
keep thinking,
佢個表現咧已經
how can they
點樣可以重設翻年青時候嘅狀態？
how can they reset our genes into the younger
電
expression?
腦的基因的表現去重設到年輕的時候的一樣，
而係運用天然嘅營養素。
去
By using the natural ingredients.
好啦，咁呢個係我哋呢個科學嘅程序啦。
So this is our science part.
講俾大家聽，你想知道呢啲幾特別啊嘛？
And I want to tell you because you want to know how unique new skin is.
買啦，維他命 C 買啦，維他命 E 買啦。
Because you can buy vitamins everywhere outside.
大家到處都有維他命 A、B、C 買，為什麼一定要跟乳清呢？
Why you,
你講的沒
you
錯。
probably think that there are all different kinds of vitamins you can buy outside. Why you have to buy it from New Skin?
生素公司我也可以。
You are right. I can even open a vitamin shop myself.
很多的廠我都可以去找。
There are many companies are like that. They create their own vitamin. And they repackaging all the vitamins and then they resell it.
佢所投資咗喺 research and development 係超過10億美金喎。
But in New Skin, for the past years, that the money they invest to develop this technology has more than $10 billion US dollars in research and develop.
而家我啱啱同你講過，我係
So I just told you earlier that I don't need any investment, and then
廣告，咁我可以慳嗰10億美金喎。
我現在跟你說，我現在不需要研究，我需
so now I'm telling you that I don't need to put down any investment, and I don't need to do any research, and I can already sell these vitamins.
原因咧係講唔係1000萬美金，唔係100萬美金，亦唔係1億美金，係講緊超過10億美金喎。
那為什麼如新要在這
But
個方面
why New Skin wants to invest so many dollars, like more than $1 billion in this?
幾個方向嘅，
Because New Skin actually has
佢希望提高你
certain goals. First is that they want to give you the best quality.
真係需要科研。
那需要
So if you want to do that, you need the science research.
呢個係 New Skin 最想做嘅嘢。
這是乳清最
This is the thing that New Skin wants to do for us,
第二，
to have a better quality of life, to help people.
佢哋睇到天然營養素背後嘅威力。
Second is that they realize they can see the power behind the natural ingredients. It's limitless, but they need to do research on it. And then they need to invest lots of money and time to do research. Because our company wants to be the best company.
做維他命公司係唔需要 R&D 嘅。
作为他们
If you just want to be a vitamin company, you don't need to do research and development.
不同制药
Because vitamin company is different than the pharmaceutical company. The government
政府没有
never have a requirement of you have to invest more than $1 billion in research and development.
就很多要求
But if you're doing a medicine pharmaceutical company, then the government will give you regulation.
不要求的状况下，如新还是投入了10亿美金去。
So even though we don't have any limit from the government, we still want to invest this amount of money to do the research and development. So this is the difference I want to tell you.
係採訪過咧，將我哋個科學咧就係
And our science was also broadcast on Discovery Channel.
探索频道上面呢是曾经被做报道的。
個基因點樣影響未來。
这个基
How the genes will influence our future. And behind this science, there are 75 class scientists.
同时
At the same time, we have a science research group.
那这些
They are the top scientists in the world.
做到咁優秀，一定要同啲世界頂級嘅科學家要有聯繫。
Because if we want to be the best company, we have to partner with the best scientists.
係啦，咁啊而家最高嗰行嘅中間佢個 Doctor Culture 啊。
So in the middle, where my mouse point is the Dr. Carol
他是
Jurafi.
科学顾问的主席。
He is one of our science chief
London Times
in our science team.
2000年 London Times
In 2000,
佢選全
in year 2000,
過去1000年嚟
London Times, they actually nominate
在2020
30 people,
被表扬说是
and then
1000年呢，只
he got recognized as the 30 influential people in the world
全1000年啊，得30個。
in 2000, in year 2000.
过去的1000年
Oh,
只有30个
Those people, they have to be the most influential people in the 1000 years.
牛頓、
牛顿、
Galileo
Galileo，
Galileo, and then
國家啦，係咪啊？
and all those people that you probably heard about it,
他们都是千禧名人。
但係當時有29個已經唔在世，
they're all on this
当时有
board.
全世界得1個。
And at that time, there are 29 out of 30 people, the 29 people already deceased. Only one person are still alive. That's Dr. Carol Jurafi.
他发明
He actually invented the birth control pill.
那抗氧化大家听过了吧？
So anti-aging,
抗氧化之
he's
他是 Dr.
he's also the
Parker
右手邊
the father. Okay, there's a father of anti-aging.
第二行
On the second row on the right,
第二行嘅 second from the left，
and the second from the
左
left,
边算来第二个。
呢個 Dr. Nakamichi 係銀杏
Dr. Nakamichi.
这个 Dr.
He's the
Nakamichi
father of
對老人
BioGinkgo.
是对这个老人痴呆是很大的帮助的。
最重要就係我
It actually helped
收購咗
have a big
一間
influence about the dementia.
这段是我们10年前呢收购了一间那个 Life Gen 的。
Another thing is that 10 years ago, we
他们是基因疗法的公司
acquired, New Skin acquired another company.
基因
It's called LifeGene. So what this LifeGene does is that they've been research on genetic expression.
佢哋嘅發現曾經2次登喺全世界最有權威嘅科學雜誌。
And then based on their research, they've been broadcast on the science report 2 times. If you can be on the science report once, it's already really good, but then they're being on there for 2 times. How can you stay young by just using by dieting control? Our company before doesn't have this kind of science. That's why the company acquired Life Gym 10 years ago. So this is one of our products. It's called Lumi Spa. It's about four years ago it launched on the market. And it's been nominated the #1 home beauty device system for the past 4 years. So if you want to do a business with a smartphone, you probably want to partner up with iPhone, with Apple. How about if the beauty device? We also have other products too, not just the home beauty device. But just one of this product has been nominated for 4 years #1. And then during this pandemic time, there's many companies influenced by the pandemic, but our stock price actually went up 5 times. Why? Because now our business can be fully operated online. And then even and then also for the first quarter of this year, New Skin has been our sales has been the highest out of the past 30 years. So I want to tell you that based on our company's background, and you can leverage the support. Can you see how powerful our company is? So this picture, it's very simple to show what I want to show you. You can be very simple, just work on your phone, and then you can do this global business. This is the leverage business I was talking about. There's many things that originally you have to do it yourself, but now you don't have to do it yourself. So when you have all these 5 factors, when you are type 5, what kind of life you will have? I don't know what you want to do, but I know what I want to do. I want to say that if I'm not type 5, I cannot do all of those. So many people probably want to ask, what can I do if I'm a type 5? Everybody have a different choice. Everybody like different thing. But I can tell you, if I'm not type 5, I cannot do the things that I want to do later. And then you can consider. The first thing is that I realized that I'm pretty satisfied of my aging process for the last 10 plus years. You can look at my picture. Those pictures are not photoshopped. And I never colored my hair. What can you see? Do you know anyone around you that they look still the same after 40 years? Do you know anyone like that? They look. How come you don't know any of those? Because they cannot control the aging process. I'm not just talking about the beauty product or cosmetic product. I'm talking about inside and out. I'm talking about your skin condition, your vitality. Let me ask you, how many people will want to be like that in the world? How many people cannot achieve what I achieve? How many people they want to be like this too? This is your market. The most important thing is that you have us as a weapon. That's our genetic technology. Today, we're not talking about the genetic expressions. Otherwise, I will find 10 scientists to talk to you. But I just want to share with you the most important part. So in 94, I used 27 months to build my foundation in order to have this passive residual income until today. If I simplify it, that means I have money. I make money while I sleep. And that time I told myself I'm gonna travel around the world. This picture I took around 1995. I was taking in Europe. You can tell that I have a fashion sense. I love fashion. Because everybody go travel, what's the difference? But I want to tell you the special part about when I go travel so that you can understand. When I buy plane ticket, I don't buy return ticket. I never buy the round trip. I only buy return ticket unless the country restrict me. Most of the time, I just buy single ticket. Why I buy single trip ticket? Because I don't have plan when I go travel. Because I don't know when I will go home. If I don't like that place, then I will just go home. If I don't like the place, then I will go to another country. I don't know where I will go. I will decide. If I like it, I will stay longer. Maybe I'll stay for a month. If I like it a lot, maybe I will stay for 3 months or 6 months. If I really love it, then maybe I'll stay for 1 year. This is me. I'm not saying you have to be like me, but I'm just saying that if I'm not type 5, I don't think I can do this. Many people, they make more money than me. But I don't know if they can buy a single trip ticket. I'm not saying they have to do this. So before the pandemic, I was keep traveling until the pandemic because I cannot go travel anymore. So this picture was taken before the pandemic. So there's one day I asked Rebecca, I say, where do you want to go, Rebecca? I always say that my dream is to help other people achieve their dreams. But if you're not type 5, then don't ask this question. So I asked her, I said, where do you want to go? Rebecca said that I want to go Argentina. She said, I want to meet the father of tango in Argentina. I want to learn from him. So we take a flight that's 35 hours. No problem, because we have time freedom. So this is the father of tango. Don't look at him like that. Everywhere he go, people have to bow down at him. And Rebecca's dream is to learn dance from him. She was so happy. And then this is the picture we took from New Skin in Argentina. And another thing is that you know that I travel around to share about my philosophy of success. Why? Because I want my life to be meaningful. I want to be able to use 1 to 3 hours to inspire people, to inspire them so that they dare to dream, to believe themselves, and then to achieve their dream. By just seeing me in few hours, maybe they will never see me again. I don't know who they are, and I don't need to know who they are, but they know me for sure. I'm very satisfied. This is one of my habits. This is not measuring by making money. I help all different kinds of team, sometimes even more than my own team. Because there are so many people around the world. When they invite me, I just go and help them. And then when I help them, what I mean by that? I have to pay my own ticket. I have to pay my own hotel. And then after I help them, I don't make any money after. Even if they achieve $20 million and then they just treat me a coffee. Some people, they totally don't understand why I'm doing what I do. But what I see is that we have to give in our life. This is not a vision. This is a wisdom. It's a must. Otherwise, how can you guys see me go travel around? This is not a job. This is a value. If I'm not Thai 5, how can I do that? This is Singapore, Malaysia, Korea. In the future, you will be like me too. Do you believe it? Korea, Colombia, Bermuda, Taiwan, Australia, Chile. Do you know that you will be like that in the future? But Philip, I only know 5 friends. Now you say that people will know me around the world. It's very hard for me to believe it. This is 2 different things. There's only 2 things, then you will be like me. This is the vision I have. Because you say you only have 5 friends, but in the future you will have countless friends. You don't know them, but they all know you. And when they see you, they're so nice to you. 2 things. First, you have to be type 5. Second, you have to help people unlimited, whole world. Then you can be like that. But I want to tell you something. All of the above things to me are very important, but it's not the most important. But if there's one thing in my life, if I couldn't do, I'll be very sad. I will feel my life is totally a failure because that's the most important thing in my life. And if if I'm not high five, I cannot do it. What's the thing? That's when my mom needs me, I will give her 100% of my time, 100% of my love, and 100% of my support to her when my mom needs me. Now let me ask you,
现在我问你，你觉得你父母什么时候需要你？
do you think when your parents will need you? Let me tell you, when they're old and sick. Do you know how much they need you? They need you every second.
你知道，
You know that,
但他不会。
but they will not tell you. I don't want to give you any pressure. So when my mom needs me, I want to give her 100% of my stuff. So 5 years ago, when she was 88 years old, she got a diagnosis that she has lung cancer stage 4. The doctor said that she can only live for 3 months. I asked my doctor, can she live longer? The doctor told me, I don't know, I can't help. So me and my mom, we think away ourselves. So I know that I was thinking, if I can let my mom happy every day, because happiness,
因为开心、
care,
还有爱心可以
and love can heal our sickness. Because many of time our sickness and disease is all because of our thinking. So I want to make my mom happy, like every second.
咁樣跟住就我媽咁我每日起身我就問阿媽，你今日想做
So
乜嘢啊？
every day when I wake up, I ask my mom, what do you want to do, mom? And I play with her from day until night, every single day.
什么都不想，
We think nothing. I just want my mom to be happy. Believe.
最佳嘅治療。
因為我相信这是最
I think this is the best cure,
是有个条件，
but it has to be under one circumstances. One circumstances is it has to take the R square, life pack, and Y span. I'm very, very serious.
阿媽你今日想做乜嘢啊？
So I asked her every day, what do you want to do today?
我今日想去我今日想 shopping。
And my mom said, I want to go shopping today.
媽咪好中意扮靚嘅 shopping。
My mom loves to be beautiful. She loves to shopping.
我们就去购物。
So every day we go shopping.
嗰啲
你看看我媽的衣服，
Look at my mom's clothing.
識我哋㗎，要同阿媽影咁嚟影相，老人家咯。
Those people, they don't know my mom, but they want to take a picture.
这些路人甲、路人甲，
Those people, they don't know my mom, but they want to take a picture with my mom.
所以我日日都 shopping 㗎。
So every day I take her to shopping.
我媽咪好開心㗎。
My mom's really happy.
邊度第四期肺癌都睇唔到個樣嘅。
Can you see that she has a stage 4 lung cancer?
肺癌的看不出来的，
記咗啦。
她自己
Can you tell? She even forgot herself. My mom loves to be beautiful. So 3 times a week, I will take her to do hair.
就係我坐喺佢隔離啊。
The most important thing is that I was sitting beside her
然後
and I would say, Mom, you look so beautiful. Mom, you look so beautiful.
媽中意去花園，
My mom loves to go garden.
日日去幾個鐘頭啊。
Every day we go there for a few
車
hours.
啊
Not just sitting there with her, I push her car for her.
我感受，我非常之幸福，我淨係覺得。
I can tell you how I feel. I feel so happy.
呢個係人生最重要嘅事，我做到，我好。
I think this is the most important thing that I have to do in my life, and I did it.
都要做時裝 fashion show 一樣啊。
So even we go garden, it's like we do a fashion show in garden.
你看我妈妈裤子是透明的，
Look at my mom's pants, it's see-through.
佢嗰啲日日阿媽咪中意食嘢，
My mom loves food,
我日日出去食嘢。
so every day I take her out and eat.
多過我啊！
Her appetite is even better than me. Look at her eyes.
我同阿媽好似情侶一樣。
Me and my mom, we look like a lovely couple. Not just one day, it's every single day. My mom loves to dance. So 3 nights a week, I take her to club to dance.
到2年之後咧，
So 2 years later,
媽媽要入醫院。
到2年之後呢，媽媽
2 years later, the last week, she has to go the hospital. And then I sleep in the hospital every day. I want her to feel safe,
安定，
to feel secure,
還有安全，
to feel peace,
安樂。
還有安樂。
to feel happy.
之後佢就揾一個我哋嘅天父啦。
So 2 weeks later, she went to see our Father in the heaven.
他去看我們天父，他被主接走了。
我個理論就係人都要離開㗎啦。
My theory is that everybody has to leave one day,
喺未離開之前做過咩嘢啫？
but it's what you're gonna do before you leave this world.
你冇乜嘢可以驕傲。
我一生一
In
輩子
my
沒有
whole life, I have nothing proud
非常之
of myself,
但對這
but only this thing I'm very proud of myself.
我媽媽非常開心。
My mom was so happy.
如果我
I want to tell you,
我喺個醫院嗰2個禮拜，我周圍去巡訪，其他嘅房我巡訪。
I want to tell you in that 2 weeks time when I was in the hospital with my mom, I was walking around in the hospital.
30分鐘就走啦。
And I saw all other people when all other people, their family just went there, visit their family for 10, 15 minutes, and then they have to leave. And then they just put down the flower and they leave. How do I see about it?
需要你啲花。
I feel really sad because I think your parents don't need your flowers. They need your time. They need your love.
佢需要你嘅財富。
They need your money.
想問，如果
I want to ask you,
我做唔做到？
if I'm not type 5,
我想問，如果
can I do
我做不到
everything
這
above?
種人，我做不做到剛剛那些呢？
如果我做唔到，你覺得我有幾成
If
功？
I cannot do
如
it,
果我做不到的話，
do you
你覺得
still
我做不到
consider I'm successful?
我成日講，就算我5000萬美元名人，我都
I always say that even I'm $50 million circle, I will still look at myself as a failure
如果我
if I cannot do the things that I did.
我喺度唔係想問你想賺嗰個幾多錢，我唔係。
So today I'm here, I'm not asking you how much money you want to make here.
賺緊好多錢咯。
Maybe or you already make lots of
我
money,
想問你一句，
but I want to ask you one thing.
你覺得
你覺得
Do you think?
成為第5種人？
有沒有必要
Do you think is it necessary for you to be type 5
去迎接將來的困難呢？
to face the obstacle, difficulties in the future?
哲學同埋呢一個創業說明會個壓縮版。
那
Today is my philosophy of success
我希望
in
有
a
個機會咧去分享
the compressed version.
順利可以成功。
我希望以後
So
有機會呢
I hope I can have a chance to share with you in the future that how can you visualize your success
我今天
before you
跟大家
succeed.
分享過我需要長一點的時間
Today I told CK today that I need more time because I think my topic today is very
我觉得
important.
要改变这个生命时间长短不是一个问题，
Because I think if you want to change your life, the time it's not
你係改變我，你都應該唔好介意10個鐘頭。
the problem.
如果你要改
And
变，
if you
会介意
really
10
want to
个小时
change,
10
I don't think you will mind my time today.
我講聽10個鐘頭嘅成功哲學。
You can go work
这个上
like 40 years
找一份工作
or go study for 4 years
成功哲學
in your
成
life.
功者
And then now
改變你一生。
the philosophy of success is 10 hours. I think the philosophy of success will change your life. Now I'm gonna pass time back to CK. We're really thankful for our mentor today, especially your last part. I almost tearing up. I think we have to be type 5, and to be type 5 is a must. So let's give him a lot of flowers and a lot of applause to thank him to be here today. So we're really thankful to have him to be here with us today because he compressed his 2 days course into 2 hours today. And we're really thankful to have him. So now let's take a picture from this moment. After you finish the class, you should set your goal. Before you can still make decision, before you can still do everything, then you should set your goal to be Type 5. So please turn on your camera. Let's show a Type 5 hand. So we must do it, not just say it. Let's be Type 5. And especially the last part of today's sharing, it's really, really touching. The time that he was spending with his mom. So let's just be Type 5 as soon as we can. The relationship between the best driver and the best car. So today is the last day of July. It's very touching. And this is our last day, but then tomorrow we will be the beginning of August. Thank you so much for Ava, Sherry, and Darren, and our Philip. Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause to our Philip. He's from Canada, $10 million circle. Let's thank him.
谢谢菲利普老师，
谢谢老师，谢谢，
谢谢老师，感恩菲利普老师，拜拜。
Thank you 大家，大家加油！
谢谢菲利普老师，谢谢。
真诚，
下
谢
周
谢。
六晚上同一时间再见。
Very welcome.
So we'll see you guys all next Saturday at the same time.